Hi guys, welcome back to Factorio Vanilla. This is episode 7. So last time we set up this extra power column and it wasn't quite enough, or isn't going to be quite enough for long. So let's get some more going. So we've got another 20 steam engines ready to place. Let's run down here with these. And if we place them side by side, we can get the most out of the space we've got. So that's those hooked up. Let's put some power poles down next to them as well. I'll have to get a little bit closer to get the power poles in place. And we need some on this side as well. So we should have some boilers around here somewhere. There they are. No, that's in the wrong place. Oh. So that's solar energy research. Brilliant. So we're now not totally reliant on steam engines for our power, but still they are going to be the main source of our power for some time. But there's a nice little trick that you can do with solar panels, that you can use them to kickstart your base if anything goes wrong. So let's get a circuit network, because I can use that then to show you how to do this. So it'll be a few minutes yet. In the meantime, let's keep taking this apart and put it back where it's meant to be. So how are we going to hook these up? This is not the usual method that I would use for for steam engines, but it will do the trick. And I think what we're going to end up doing is something along the lines of this. So take that out for a splitter, take that out for a splitter, pop the two splitters in there and there, and let's get this one ready as well. And we're being attacked. So this highlights the need for more defences around the factory, but while we're running over there, let's make some ammo quickly. So there's a biter there. So I don't know if you've read the description for this game, that we are not the original colonists of this planet. This is not Earth, this is not our home. We are the invaders. So sometimes we are going to come across people or indigenous species, the biters, who want their home back, who want their territory protected. And obviously we want to build and develop our rockets so that we can escape this world, which means unfortunately at times they stand in the way. They have to be crushed and ground under our heel. Now what I'm building at the moment is repair packs, because you can see where they've damaged this mining drill, and you can see the health bar has gone down on it. We can use the repair packs to build that back up, and it looks like they've destroyed one of our power poles as well. So let's just replace that. So we are going to need some defences fairly soon, because if the biters are starting, then I've turned off pollution. There you go. You can see that pollution is on, and just in that top corner there, you can just see a biter base. So we'll have to be aware, because they're going to send more things our way fairly soon. Well, let's try and finish this power supply first, because once that's done, we can move on to actually properly securing the base. And we're going to need belts and power to this. That circuit network's done. Let's go for engines next, because engines will open up things like cars and trains, and they'll also pave the way for us to go to robots later on. So that's the first half done, and option inserts up here as well. So we're going to have to be careful how we run our electric poles around here, because we don't want to use more than we have to. We also don't want to run out of them if we can avoid it. So run those up there. There you go, that's all done. And of course we need to tell this set of belt to go over to the right instead of going up. So we are now starting to fill up these two columns as well, and that gives us a total of 40 steam engines, which should allow us to use up to about 22 megawatts of energy at a time. As you can see, we're only using 7.5, maybe 8 megawatts at the moment, so that will give us plenty. Oh, we are being attacked again, and we've just lost a piece of belt, three pieces of belt and an inserter right at the other end of the factory. Now I don't know if that's from the same attackers or whether we've got two different sets of fighters coming from different places. But either way, that's not brilliant, so we want to try and take care of this as soon as we can. And we're being attacked two places at once. We're being attacked on the left, where I'm running towards, and we're being attacked on the right. So they're making some nasty work of all this. But that's okay, they are no match for our weapons. So I'm going to have to run back across there fairly quickly and defend against that. Can I make turrets along the way? Yes. So let's make a set of turrets and some more ammo along the way. I think what we're going to want to do in the moment is repair the damage that they've just caused over in our foundry area, repair any damage they're causing over here to our steam engines, and then try and automate some guns because they are making a mess of things. So you can see they've damaged some of our belts. Looks like they've destroyed one of our boilers. So, not particularly nice. And I know what we've forgotten to do. We've forgotten to actually hook up these things so that they can actually get the water to turn into steam, to turn into power for us. So let's pop them down as well. And that's engine research. So next up, let's get landfill, because landfill will allow us to, as I said in a previous episode, equal out the area here so we can have a more level zone for building our power supply off. So in the meantime, let's just quickly repair all the bits that are damaged and replace anything that's been destroyed. Cancel this ammo for a second because we want to try and get our boiler done as quickly as possible. We need to replace the inserters that went by there as well. So we've got a little bit of ammo so far, and we've made a few turrets. So that's enough to protect us just for the immediate time being. But obviously we are going to want more and better defence over time. And let's put some ammo in both of those. Leaves us with nothing, but we can always craft some more. Now we need to repair the furnace area because that took some damage as well. Do we have a spare mine drill anywhere? No, we're alright, otherwise I'll replace that. What I can do while we're here though, is just put down a light or two because this area is quite dark and I want you guys to be able to see what's going on. That would help if we had it in range of a power pole. And one there as well. So that's landfill done as well, we're progressing quite nicely now. What do we want next? We could go for advanced material processing, which would give us steel furnaces, and would pave the way for electric furnaces and then onto concrete. Or we could go for lab research speed, which would speed up the rest of our research. I think that's worth doing for now because there's only 4 levels of that. So if we speed up our lab research a little bit, it will speed up everything else going further along. Now, what damage did we take over here on the side of the factory? Well, I can see that there are a number of damaged items, I can see there's a number of destroyed items, so let's try and replace some of those. And we need another power pole. Of course, crafting all our ammo is taking too much time, so let's cancel this again. So all these things that have been damaged and destroyed, we want to repair them, because there's no point leaving broken bits around the factory. There you go, good as new. So where can we put a nice place to manufacture guns and ammo? I think actually where we're standing is not a bad place. It's close enough to the start of the bus so it's not going to get in the way further down the line. And I think there should be just about enough space there, because making guns and making ammo isn't a hugely space consuming process. So let's just knock these trees down for a second. And ammo takes a fair while to craft, so let's have 3 ammo spaces. They can come down there, and let's bring the ammo back up this way. Now I think we might want a fast inserter to put into a chest, and let's grab some more steel so we can make a steel chest from that, because we're going to want quite a bit of ammo stocked up. And we need another long hands insert as well. Of course, that's not going to work where it is because we've got nowhere splitting the belt by there, so let's knock all this down by 1. And we're being attacked again over by our copper area. So let's quickly run over there. We should have enough ammo for the time being, but it wouldn't hurt to make some more. Where have you gone? Oh, it's chasing me. So the biter must have been distracted when I ran over. But that's not to worry. If you can see the green circle around the turret, you can see that's the range of how far they can shoot. So if we pop them down, and I like to put turrets in pairs because that way if one is attacked, one can cover the other. So let's put some ammo in each of those. And at some point, we're using a pistol at the moment, but we could do with upgrading to the machine gun. So let's make one of those now, and then we can move all our ammo over to the machine gun as soon as it's ready. And we don't have medium electric holes yet, so maybe that can be the next thing we research, but for the time being, let's grab a few more small electric holes and get these starting to make ammo. So there's electric energy distribution, which gives access to medium electric holes and big electric holes, and it paves the way then later on for accumulators and substations, both of which are quite useful for better energy distribution over your larger factories. So that's ammo starting to be made. what do we need for turrets? We need iron gear wheels, which come from iron plates, we need iron plates, and we need copper plates. So, going to need 2 assemblers in order to do that, and they can go there and there, I think. So if we take some belt off, what's the best way to do this? Actually, yeah, I will put those back where they were. I did think about taking it off this belt for a second then, but I think that's not the best of ideas. So instead, let's take iron off from here, and we'll use another fast inserter. There's meant to be a fast inserter there, because we will need a fast inserter for dealing with being attacked again. And this time our gun turret has been damaged, but it seems to have fought off the biter. So we are going to have to go do something about those biters fairly soon. But for now we need a little bit more preparation. So this is going to make gears, this is going to make turrets. We can put the turrets into a box down here, and normally a wooden chest would do, but as I've got a steel one there anyway, that's fine. We're not going to need huge numbers of these, so I think we can limit that to 1 stack, whereas with the bullets, I think we're going to want as many as we can make, so let's leave that unlimited for now. So we need a splitter by here, so we can start bringing the materials down. Bring that in there, bring that in there. And I was going to replace this with a fast inserter, wasn't I? So we've now got some spare power poles. Let's plug these in. And we're going to need some copper as well, so that can come in from down here. There you go. So pop some lights in to finish the process off. And where can they go? They can go one by there, one by there, just to brighten things up a bit. And I suppose we can put one in the middle of there as well. Now we're going to struggle with this because this is going to fill up fairly quickly. So now that we've got our turrets underway, I think the next thing we want to do is try and bring this around so we can use it up, because as you can see these are starting to run out, but a few of them, like this, still has 5,500 units left, this still has 5,500 units left, so we're going to need more storage than we've actually got at the moment. So I think as a temporary measure we are going to cut this line off so that no more comes from this end over here, and instead we are going to run the whole thing from a second line, which will come in just a quick and dirty fix from over this way. Now I will have to go back and fill in those with underground belts, but we can do that in a moment. And this will be a little bit spaghetti-ish for the time being, but hopefully you can forgive me for that. So if we bring those two over there, this can come down there. And instead of coming in on that side, let's bring both of these in there. In fact, let's bring it in there instead. Now, there you go, that's our medium electric poles done, so we can start using those. think it is probably time to research the steel furnace, even though we're probably not going to use it. It'd be good to have it because it is a gateway to other things. So let's grab that. So I realise this looks really spaghetti-ish, but it will go away fairly soon. As you can see, that one is coming up on full. This one is almost full, and they've pretty much ground to a stop because they can't do anything at the moment. So this will at least empty that problem out for the time being. Of course, this all happen to go in places where there's no power, but we can solve that with medium electric poles. So if you can see from the blue square, the medium electric poles actually have a larger range than the small electric poles. So I can place it here where that old one was, and it will actually cover all the things in range. And that's not coming across how I want it to, so let's just tinker with this for a moment. There you go. So I think we will probably need a few more no, we've got plenty of underground belts there. That can come under. This one can come under this line, and this one can come under this line. So we will now start to catch up again. So now that we know that there's definitely a biter base over here somewhere, I think we want to start building some radars so we can actually keep an eye out and see when things are coming our way. Because at the moment, if you see this brightly lit square around me, that's what we can see and that's where we can tell where things are. But if we have radars, you can get a box like this around each radar station, which means that you'll have a better view of what's going on around your base. So let's build a few of those, and I think we'll try and put one over here somewhere, one in the middle, and one on this side where we know they're coming through. So give me a second, I will get onto that now. In the meantime, our coal seems to be holding up nicely. This is starting to empty out as we want it to. So things are going okay for the moment. We will probably need a few more electric poles in order to actually reach power over to these things, but that's manageable. So if we put this one here and run power across to it. Right, what do we want next? We've just run into our first biters, so I think some armour might be a good idea. So we've got basic armour that would do us just about, but I think we want to start with at least heavy armour. We probably can't get to modular armour yet, no, because we need processing units for modular armour, and that requires oil. But at least if we get onto the start of that, we can get to heavy armour, which gives us some protection against the biters. That was quick. And let's do armour 2 at the same time. So that's one of our radars up and running. And again, let's put a light up there so you guys can actually see what's happening. While I'm there, it'd be worth putting 2 guns there as well, because radars often get attacked by the biters. So let's try and keep that radar intact. And that means that we can make, well, not much ammo in the meantime, but we can always nab some from the chests down here. There you go, that will keep us going for a while. Why is this not working? because it's full up. So as you can see, we can't unload anymore. What we can do is turn these things around again so they will start to stockpile some iron for us for when we need it. And that's armor crafting 2 done, which means we've got heavy armor in place. I think we are almost ready to move on to the next stage of the game, which will be oil. So let's start that going, and let's just place the last of these radars, and then we'll probably wrap the episode up there. So next to these seems like a good idea because we can always protect them fairly well by there. And just run some power up to it as well. Doesn't quite reach. Nope, no good. That will have to do instead. And we've got one more radar to put over on the right hand side somewhere. Well, there's been a few biters that come down here. So do we have enough ammo here? We've only got 13 rounds and 11 rounds. We probably want a bit more than that. So let's put some more ammo in there. And let's put our radar in. That might give us a view of what we've got coming. So if we take a look at the map quickly. Oh, yep, we've definitely got incoming. And things are blowing up as well. So we are losing things over there. Let's quickly run over, try and protect that. And we're going to have to come up in the next episode with a way of dealing with these biters. Because they are just ploughing through our copper resources. Let's put our machine gun to use. There you go. Run. So I think that's going to be it for now. Next episode we can replace these and start to work out how we're going to deal with this big biter base over here. So that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed. I will see you next time.